Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting video with Coins and Cash with Britini. In today's video, I'm going over some pretty unique $1 bills that were actually found out in circulation. That's right, not one of these bills is uncirculated. They passed through a lot of hands before someone realized that they were worth more than just their face value. Without further ado, let's hop into this very first note. It is a $1 from 2003. It is a Federal Reserve note from Chicago, and this note was graded by PMG at a very fine 25. So this is going to be a relatively circulated note with having anywhere from 7 to 10 folds and possibly soiling on the note. Now let's get the elephant out of the room. You can see that there is something going on the left-hand side of this bill. The district seal has a space between it and the serial number as well. This is what's known as a gutter fold error. And a gutter fold error occurs when a fold actually becomes embedded within the sheet of paper. And after it goes through the printing process, that fold can stick because the paper money is so crisp. So as this note went through circulation, it could have been easier for the fold to open up. And someone realized, because they sent this note off to get graded by PMG, and this note sold for $182.40. Looking at the back of this $1 from 1974 Federal Reserve note from Dallas, this note was graded by PMG at a very fine 30. So this note is going to be a little bit less circulated than the first note. A fun fact is that the back of the bill is the first print, and then when we flip the note over to the front, the second print is the border and the bust of Washington, and then everything you see here, the district seal, the treasury seal, and the serial numbers, everything that's inverted is the third and final print. It's actually a pretty cool error in my opinion. Basically, the sheet went in the wrong direction, and that is why this error occurred. This note sold for $276. Up next, we have a $1 bill from 2013. It is a Federal Reserve note from Cleveland, graded by PMG at a very fine 30. And this is a relatively modern note. A little fun fact, so the date on your bill doesn't necessarily mean that is when it was printed. This particular bill could have been printed in 2013, 14, 15, or even 2016. But looking at the front of this note, there isn't anything really that sticks out as to why it would sell for $420. It isn't until you flip it over to the back and see that we have an offset printing error, more specifically a matte offset printing of front to back. And it's a little bit different than your traditional offset printing error. If we take a close look at the print, you can see that there is a cross-hatched pattern. Super cool error. If you're not looking at the front and back of your bills, I highly recommend it, because someone took this little $1 bill and turned it into $420. Up next, we have a $1 bill from 1963. This is a Federal Reserve note from Dallas, graded by PMG at a very fine 30. Now this is a very unique type of error. PMG designated this as an offset printing error, more specifically partial invert fourth print. This is actually a highly unusual offset printing error. If we take a close look at the front of the bill, we can see that there are two different notes for this offset printing error. It's very unusual, very cool error. To me, I think it's actually more cool than the matte offset printing error that we just saw previously, and that is why this bill sold for $900. Our second to last bill of the day is a $1 bill from 1977, a Federal Reserve note from Boston, graded by PCGS Banknote at a 40 PPQ. Now PPQ stands for premium paper quality, which means that this note is 100% original. There are no pinholes, stains, tears, anything along those lines to take the originality away. Now on this bill, to receive the 40 grade, it could contain 3 or more folds, and one of them may be horizontal. So I want you to take a close look at this note and leave a comment down below if you can tell me why this note sold for $3,120. I'll give you a moment, and let's take a close look at the serial number. The bottom left serial number is A97250 0762B, and the top right is A86139762B. We have what is known as a mismatch serial number error. It's extremely rare to have a 5-digit mismatch. This specific note is known as one of the greatest mismatch serial number notes known. So guys, check your serial numbers. I always do when I have paper money in my hand. I have come across quite a few cool serial numbers, but I haven't come across an error. But you can be like this person who found this note out in circulation, realized that it had a rare error, and sold it for $3,120. Our last note of the day is actually a pair of notes. They are $1 bills from 2013. They are Federal Reserve notes from New York. One is graded by PMG at a 40 EPQ and the other graded at a 25. Both are star notes, and star notes are intended to replace notes that do not meet the BEP's quality control or if an error is found. Now, what makes these two notes rare and valuable is because one of these notes is from the District of Columbia printing facility and the other one is from the Fort Worth, Texas, and they have the same exact serial number. Someone made a big oopsie because the DC and Fort Worth facilities should never print the same serial number. Somehow it did. I'm going to pop up on the screen the serial number ranges that qualify for the duplicate serial number error. A lot of people, when they come across these note types, they will sell them online individually for roughly $25 to $50. But if you have them together, it creates a monstrous value. These two notes, even though they are both circulated, sold for $6,600. Guys, I appreciate you tuning in every single week and listening to my videos. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.